Are you dreaming of warm tropical evenings, friendly smiles, and a life that finally feels free from stress back home? For many retirees, the Philippines looks like paradise. The promise of cheap living and beautiful beaches is powerful. But behind the dream, there are expats quietly admitting something they never expected. They regret moving here. Today, we talk about why. This video is not about shaming the Philippines. Many foreigners love it here and build amazing lives. But others discover painful realities they were never prepared for. If you are thinking about retiring here, you deserve the full story so you can make the best decision for your future self. Let us start with the cost of living. For years, people online have repeated the same idea. You can live like a king for a few $100s a month. But many expats in 2025 are saying that life here is no longer as cheap as the internet claims. Food prices have risen. Meat, imported snacks, cereal, cheese, and fresh fruit often cost more than they do back home. Electricity is some of the most expensive in Asia. If you need air conditioning because of age or health, the bill can surprise you. Water is cheap, but internet is often slow and unreliable outside the cities. Rent in popular expat areas has gone up as well. Places that were once quiet and affordable are now busier and priced for foreigners. A budget that worked 5 years ago may now feel tight. And retirement usually means a fixed income. When costs rise, your freedom shrinks. Some retirees, this is the first moment regret appears. Then there is healthcare. Basic doctor visits are affordable, but serious health problems are another story. In smaller towns, some hospitals do not have specialists or equipment. Ambulance response times can be slow, and treatment may require upfront payment. Private hospitals in major cities can be excellent, but they also come with large bills. Without strong insurance, a surgery or stroke can wipe out savings. Some expats quietly return home because they realize they cannot safely age here once their health declines. Others stay and struggle. Culture also plays a huge role. Filipinos are warm, caring, and community-focused, but the lifestyle is very different from the West. Time is slower. Patience is expected. Communication is often indirect. People may agree to avoid conflict, even when the true answer is no. For some expats, this creates misunderstanding and frustration. Many people underestimate loneliness. Life looks exciting on social media, but real life can feel quiet. Your old friends are thousands of miles away. You may not speak the language. And if your partner is younger or still working, you may find yourself spending long days alone. There is also family responsibility. In the Philippines, family is everything. If you are seen as the one with money, you may feel pressure to help. Sometimes it starts small. A school fee here, a medical bill there. Over time, it can become expected rather than appreciated. This is not greed. It is culture. But it can drain retirement savings faster than planned. Setting boundaries early is healthy. Many expats regret not doing that. Visas add another layer of stress. Renewals, paperwork, changing rules. Aging retirees sometimes find this exhausting. And foreigners cannot legally own land. If your house is in someone else's name, your security depends on that relationship staying strong. When their name is on the deed, and yours is not, you must trust deeply. Not everyone regrets this, but those who do regret it strongly. Then there are natural realities. Typhoons, earthquakes, power outages, internet failures. Paradise also has risk. Roads close, stores shut down, healthcare access slows. If you have medical needs or mobility challenges, these situations become frightening. Some expats say they never fully relax during storm season. Let us look at daily life. Traffic can be intense. Getting simple tasks done sometimes takes far longer than expected. A medication may be out of stock. a delivery does not show up. A document process that should take 1 day takes 3 weeks. At first, this feels like a cultural adventure. But years later, some retirees say the frustration slowly wears them down. Another major regret comes from building a house without proper oversight. Cheap bids look attractive, but poor workmanship leads to leaks, cracks, electrical issues, and expensive repairs. Some retirees end up paying twice to fix what should have been done correctly the first time. Others realize too late that they legally own nothing. Relationships are another sensitive area. Many expats find wonderful partners and build strong families. But cultural differences can still be real. Expectations around money, gender roles, privacy, loyalty, and family support may not match what you are used to. When communication fails, small misunderstandings become large ones. Breaking up in a foreign country can be emotionally and financially devastating. Now, let us talk about something rarely discussed: purpose. Back home, retirees had structure, work, friends, familiar routines. Here, life becomes slower, too slow for some. Every day feels like a vacation at first. But a permanent vacation without meaning can eventually feel empty. Some expats fall into isolation or alcohol use. A beautiful environment does not always cure inner struggles. Sometimes it reveals them. Aging away from family can also become heavy. When you are 60 and healthy, life feels wonderful, but time passes. Health changes. Flights become harder. Medical risks increase. Some expats suddenly realize they want their children nearby, but by then returning home is emotionally or financially difficult. Many expats also deeply regret selling everything back home too quickly. They burn the bridge. No property, no base, no plan B. When life here becomes complicated, they feel trapped instead of free. The happiest expats usually keep options open. So how do you avoid regret? Start slowly. Rent before you buy. Test both rainy and dry seasons. Track your real expenses. Speak with long-term expats, not just new arrivals. Build an emergency fund and get real insurance. Understand visa rules clearly. Learn the culture with respect. Set financial boundaries early. And create purpose. Volunteer. Learn. Stay active. Build friendships. Do not let isolation quietly grow. And remember that the Philippines is not a cheaper version of the West. It is its own country with its own history, strengths, challenges, beauty, culture, and rhythm. When you accept it, you begin to truly adapt. When you resist it, you suffer. This does not mean the Philippines is a bad place to retire. Far from it. Many people say they have never felt more alive or welcomed. They love the warmth of the people, the slower lifestyle, the sense of community, the simple joys that exist outside the noise of Western life. But these same people will also tell you they prepared. They stayed humble. They built support systems. They respected the culture. And they accepted imperfection. The goal is not to avoid every challenge. That is impossible. The goal is to prevent those challenges from destroying your peace of mind. When you plan well, the Philippines becomes a gift, not a gamble. So ask yourself serious questions. What happens if my health declines? Can I handle slow systems and power outages? Am I emotionally ready to be far from family? Can I live respectfully inside another culture? Do I have a backup plan if things change? If the answer is yes, then you may truly thrive here. If this video helped you see the full picture, then it has done its job. Not to scare you, but to prepare you. Because the Philippines deserves honesty. And so does your future. Share your thoughts in the comments. What worries you most about retiring abroad? Your stories help others more than you know. And if you want more real conversations like this, please like and subscribe. It truly supports the channel and keeps this content honest. This is PH Life Unfiltered. Thank you for watching. stay safe, stay smart, and remember paradise is real, but so are the challenges. Choose with clarity, not fantasy. I will see you in the next video.